Pineview, the home team today, wearing their maroon tops and hats, white pants, maroon socks. Carbon Dinos wearing their blue and black. They've taken off their pink warm-up tops that they had here. Again, big game for both teams. Carbon wants to establish themselves. They have their number one ace, Cole Fawcett, on the hill today, and he's really their best player throughout the year, and we'll be able to talk a little bit more about him. As we mentioned, Dakota Donovan on the mound today, big number 17, and as we said, Julia, the young man is just a junior, but has already played in a lot of baseball games and a lot of even like national type of programs that he's being recruited for, and a pretty bright future for number 17.
You know what, I think you're totally right, and it is interesting to see that he is only a junior, so that means he has a full other year of high school still to play. It makes you wonder, where will Pineview be next year? I know they're probably not thinking about that right now, they're focusing on this year, but for the future of Pineview, it looks really bright for them, especially with the other returning players that will come back with Donovan, and it's going to be exciting to see what he can do. Also, I think it's smart for Pineview to make sure that they maybe save him a little bit, maybe have him pitch the first 5 and then let him sit.
So opening the game today for the Carbon Dinos, coached by Jeff Cicernos, Jackie Bearns, number 5. He is their catcher, and he'll be leading off here, and the last little bit of instructions between pitcher and catcher for the Panthers and some of the middle infielders. So Carbon coming into the game with a 6 wins in a row. Not again, they've struggled with against a lot of teams this year, and so sometimes they've had the bats going and other times they haven't. We'll see what happens in this opening round here as we're ready for the first pitch. Donovan gets ahead, 0-1. You can certainly hear the wind picking up right here as little two hopper to the second baseman, and 1 out makes it an easy play.
Ooh, that wind. You have to think how that will affect the batters as well as the pitcher.
Well, it's blowing into home plate as well, so the pitcher is not going to mind one bit to have a little bit of extra speed on that ball.
That's true.
Anthony McLean, the shortstop at bat, first pitch high and heads over the catcher's glove, goes to the backstop, ball 1. McLean with a lot of extra base hits the last 2 weeks, and we'll see if he finds something here. Hit the outside corner, strike 1, now 1-1 count for Anthony McLean, wearing number 18 today. Little hopper once again to the second baseman, turns, throws, gets him out. 2 up, 2 down. Ball got right past Donovan, but a very nice pickup by Connor Clark to record the second out. At to bat, Cole Fawcett for the Dinos, wearing number 9. Again, he'll be on the hill in a little bit. Fawcett really their strongest player, batting 3rd in the lineup tonight. This morning, I guess we're not at night, are we?
No, not yet.
That's how long the game goes. Fawcett with a couple of home runs here in the last week and a couple of triples. He'll put the bat on the ball as Donovan throws one past him on the second strike right there. So 0-2 the count, curveball outside. One and two for Fawcett. Shot to the third baseman, two-hopper, one throw. Pineview perfect after half of an inning. So the bottom of the first for the Panthers. We'll talk about them. They'll start off with Tyler Johnson, Logan Lafine, and then Connor Clark. We'll be a little bit more familiar with what Fawcett throws here as we watch him a little bit. It's obvious not quite the speed of Donovan on that fastball, but he's been an effective pitcher for Carbon throughout the season as we get ready for the bottom half of the first inning. Tyler Johnson wearing number 39 and at third base tonight or today, leading off for the Panthers. Coach Mike Gargano for the Panthers in his fourth year, building a very solid program here in Washington County in Region 9.
Definitely. It's been kind of fun to see how Pineview has grown and the team that they've built. Kind of growing up and going to high school down here, my experience with Pineview is they were kind of the team that you'd play, they'd win some and lose some, and now they seem to be unstoppable.
Yeah, they're an awfully good team. First pitch in for a strike, and now we have a 1-1 count as that ball just low on Johnson. Shot right up the middle, breaks up the no-hitter. And we have our first runner on base, just like that on 3 pitches. Johnson with good speed. We'll watch him to see if he tries to take off here in the next pitch or two. Logan Lafima wearing number 22, the second baseman, has already had 2 putouts. Fairly good lead by Johnson. First pitch in for a called strike. Let's see if they got him. And they did. Boy, they caught Johnson. Johnson just leaning a little bit like that, and a very nice play by Fawcett there as he just kind of on an off step threw him out, and now again that was huge to be able to get Johnson out on first base.
You're right, and I think it's going to be smart plays like that by Carbon that is going to be able to keep them in the game. If they're not careful, Pineview's going to run away with it. Pineview likes to get the early lead, and if they do that, it's going to be really hard for Carbon to come back. So great play right there by Carbon.
Yeah, and that's exactly the things you have to do to win these games, and little things make a big difference. Shot down the line, goes through the first baseman's glove and through his legs, and Logan gets on. We will give him a single on that. Little bit of a tough shot there. Let's see if they do issue him a hit. Yeah, they're throwing up an error on that. So right now, Connor Clark on that first pitch hits a shot to the right fielder, and the wind had a tough time with him trying to track that ball down, and the wind blowing in, he was having a hard time judging that, and now we have runners on first and second with one out, making that play that Johnson got caught on even more precarious right now. So
yes. And I think the weather will play a factor in it. You know, you want the elements to be as mild as possible, but unfortunately for these guys today, it seems like the wind is going to play a big factor, and it's getting pretty windy up here. It's blowing our papers and my water bottle around a little.
Harris and Goebel at cleanup. The big right-hander is likely the pitcher for tomorrow, but he swings and misses on a strike. Now the count 1-1. He's had a great year for the Panthers as he misses again. 1-2, ball inside, but nice pitch, and that's the third strike. I apologize. Two outs, Dakota Donovan, who has had a tremendous season. First pitch, a little high for ball one. Foul ball on the second pitch for Donovan. Runners first and second. First batter, Tyler Johnson, got on, but then got called out. Got picked off by on first base, but then Logan Lafine hit a single, and then Connor Clark got on an error. There's a pitch right past 1-2 now.
You can hear the Carvin fans are enjoying that and seeing their pitcher play. Quite a few fans from Carvin today.
Just outside. Two the count to Donovan. He asked for just a minute from the umpire, and now they're ready to go. And a huge strikeout there to leave two runners on base.
You can see the frustration in Donovan a little there, and I'm sure he wanted to get on base. That is the goal, but he'll have another shot. Big inning right there by Carvin.
Huge to be able to get two guys on base and get three total base runners and to leave them hanging. So
yeah,
we'll be back after this message here at the DeseretNews.com, and
we love purchase business in our office. In our branch, this is what we strive to do, is we want to be number one in purchases. And we recognize that realtors, builders, affinity partners, they play a large role and a key role in making us successful. And so we strive to do everything we can to be able to deliver on our promises, to create events or opportunities to be able to just stay in front of them and to get to know them and just be a part of their business. We treat it as a true partnership.
back to live action, top of the second. Caden Lewis, second baseman, wearing number 3, takes swings, and now is down 0-2. Fouled off the first pitch and didn't like the second pitch. Now the third pitch from Dakota Donovan a little bit high, 1-2. And caught him looking. Nice pitch by Donovan on the outside corner. Looked like his curveball there for 1 out. Dylan Lowe, the left fielder, steps into the box. Right-handed batter. One hopper to the third baseman. Long throw, and he beats it out. Nice. Nothing there but just nice hustle by Lowe. Very long throw, about as far as you can go on the baseball diamond, and Lowe was just able to squeeze that out to get the first runner on base for Carbon. Now we have the designated hitter Jared Lesser. Number 17 versus 17, inside pitch, ball 1. Curveball looks like a little bit low. 2-0. Lesser was the winning pitcher against Park City to get the Dinos here in this game last Saturday. So likely he will be on the mound if needed tomorrow or even later today, depending on how this game goes. Foul and fouled off. Lowe was attempting to go and steals second.
And then going back to that game against Park City, it was kind of a surprise. I think people assumed that Park City would come out with the win. Carbon going in, winning their 6th game in a row.
Yeah, Park City certainly was a favorite going into that game, and Carbon has gotten hot this last couple of weeks of the season, no question, and that's see if that momentum carries. Foul ball near us, which we're grateful it was near and not too close.
You didn't park your car over there, did you?
I did not.
Good.
Yeah, you got to know where to park at Bruce Hurst Field.
You
and,
do.
And on that side of the field, first base side, not good options.
No.
Make sure your car insurance is paid. You should have got a Geico car insurance ad. Donovan throws it back to first. Lowe is safe. 2-2 the count, 1 out. No score so far in top of the second inning here at Bruce Hurst Field, St. George, Utah, Dixie State University. Foul ball again. Lowe was again trying to go. They're trying to get a little hit and run action going, and 2 times now it has not succeeded because we've had 2 foul balls by Lesser.
I think it's the awareness that Lowe has, though, that proves how this Carbon team made it here, that he's ready and prepared every time.
Shot right up the middle, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Lesser stops at second base. So now runners on first and second. I tell you, sometimes you just manufacture runs and you do what you got to do, and sometimes you play small ball. And you may not get any long balls here in this huge field, but that doesn't matter right now. Runs are run, and Lesser with a nice single, a little blooper over the second baseman. Now Mitch Olson, the batter, he wears number 11. He's the first baseman. Steps in the box, another right-handed batter for Carbon. First pitch blows past him for strike 1. After a one-hitter last week, the Dinos have already gotten 2 hits off of Donovan. Donovan looks back to low and steps off the mound, make sure that he doesn't get too far off. Pitch outside, ball gets past the catcher. Here's the throw and nails him for out number 2. Beautiful play. Runner advances to second, but huge play that time. Great play by Hunter Hansen. The ball got past him on that little curveball, and then but he had enough awareness, and it didn't go very far. Maybe not a good move to try to take that extra base, but again, they're trying to get whatever they can. Now 2 outs with only a runner on second base, and 1-2 count. To Mitch Olson. So what looked like a promising rally is 1 pitch away from dying. Shot to second base and out. So first and second runners on base, 1 out, and the Dinos come away with nothing. So nice defense that time by Pineview. Take a quick break from Dr. Robert Prince. Here you're watching the 3A Baseball Championships.
Our game today is sponsored by Dr. Robert Prince. Dr. Prince is the orthodontist that gives your high school something to really smile about. His office is located at 754 South Main Street in St. George. Call Dr. Prince for a free consultation and find out how easy and affordable it is to straighten your smile.
Up for the Panthers in the bottom of the second inning, Hunter Hansen, the catcher, who made a nice play throwing the ball to third base in the last half of the inning. Why am I not seeing a... Game brought to you today by Beehive Rental and Sales. Are helping us out at the softball. We're streaming both the baseball and softball championships. They help provide a platform for us. 2 hopper to the second baseman. Easy play, first out. Brooks Barney coming to the plate, wearing number 21, first baseman.
Got herself a left-handed batter now.
Southpaw. See the infield shift just a hair. As he hits a foul ball over the third base side and into the bleachers. Barney with a big triple in their last game, and Barney puts he's a good solid hitter. We'll see what he can do against Fawcett here. 1 out, bottom of the second, no score. Off-speed pitch in for a called strike, now 0-2. 1-2 now the count. Ball a little bit high, and Barney looking for something else and trying to take a pretty big gap between right and left. Swing and a miss, but the ball goes past the catcher, drops it, but they call him out on his way to first base. Blake Ince, the batter. I tell you, Carbon doing the job right now.
They really are, and I think everyone's kind of a little surprised maybe. Both teams' fans seem really happy about how their teams are performing though.
Blake Ince, shortstop. First pitch, a strike. Here comes, again, no runners on base. Shot right up the middle, off the pitcher's leg, turns around, gets it, and 1, 2, 3 inning for the Dinos.
And how big is that if you are Carbon right now to be able to get Pineview out that fast? I think that's very impressive, and Pineview is probably going to have to step it up a little bit. And then Carbon needs to make sure that they get some people home.
Well, no question that again, Pineview is the no question are they the favorite coming into this game. They have the one of the best pitchers in the state throwing over 90 miles an hour, and they have yet to produce any runs. And Carbon, again, granted it's only 2 innings, but it's still 2 innings, and they only play 7. Game also brought to you in part by Dr. Robert Prince, an orthodontist here in the St. George area. As well as Planet Fitness. Go see them for just $10 a month, and what's nice about it, no lengthy commitments. You just go down and get your workout in. 7 locations throughout the state. I don't think there's one in Price, though.
I don't know.
Chase Morgan, the batter. He is wearing number 15, but takes a first pitch for inside for a ball. Umpire has been calling that outside. He's been hitting a little bit of the black, and now 1-1, but he has been consistent in calling that pitch a strike today. Second pitch, nice hopper to the first baseman, and easy play for the first out. Trey Richardson, the right fielder, coming up. Richardson wearing number 6. Had a tough time in the outfield with a shot out to him in the an inning ago, as he can't quite catch up with the Dakota Donovan fastball. Strike 1. Off-speed pitch, and it's going to sneak through just past the shortstop, and just like that, Richardson says, "I'll take a curveball any day rather than that 90 mile an hour." So that was a nice hit by Richardson. Going back to the top of the lineup, Berg, first time up, little shot to the second baseman. And he is hit by a pitch.
That's something you don't really see that often from Donovan.
He will gladly take that. So. Moving Richardson to second base. Now Anthony McLean with only 1 out. Catcher stands up, makes some signals, wants to know who is covering where, and he looks over to the dugout to Coach Gargano, and they make the right play. First baseman stepping in, not even, he is coming in quite closely.
Yeah.
Shot back to the second base, man, close one, but able to get back in time. is Richardson. Looking for a bunt. Squares up and a called strike. Interesting there. That looked a bit outside, but he is calling that consistently. So, you know, as long as you call it consistently, you can't complain
too much, yeah.
He shows bunt again. They definitely want to get a runner over to third base. Nice bunt. It's going to get to the runner to third base, and good play to get him out to sacrifice on that. And excellent job, and that's exactly what you want out of that. That's as good as you can get under the circumstances.
I think Carvin's playing really smart. They're looking at what they're dealing with, how it's going on. You can look at the dugout right now, and Carvin is just thrilled with how they're playing, and that play right there to have a runner on third. And another walk right there. So that's 2 just in this inning for Donovan.
So Richardson at third. Bases loaded now. Something that we haven't seen for a while is, again, bases loaded, 2 outs, and boy, a lot of pressure on Fawcett. But I tell you what, there's nobody that Coach Cisneros wants more at the plate than number 9 right here. He is their best player. First pitch is a ball. Second pitch hit out of the stadium. Bases loaded for the Dinos. I mean, they can't ask for much more than this. I mean, this is exactly the scenario you want. You want your best player up the. He's hit a few triples in the last couple weeks, a lot of doubles, and he's hit a home run or 2. Here was a pitch. Beautiful curveball by Donovan. And Fawcett almost bailed on that one.
I think something interesting to point out is 2 of the Carvin players that are out on the bases right now were walks.
Yeah, but 1 hit by pitch, and then see what, again, 1 and 2 the count. Here we go. Here's Donovan. Off speed shot. Little blooper to right field. It's going to go into the foul territory, but caught, and wow.
How big of a play was that right there?
Leaving 3 runners on base. Absolutely huge right there for the Dinos, for Pineview. We will be back right after these messages from Academy Morning.
We love purchase business in our office. This is, in our branch, this is what we strive to do, is we want to be number 1 in purchases. And we recognize that realtors, builders, affinity partners, they play a large role and a key role in making us successful. And so we try to do everything we can to be able to deliver on our promises, to create events or opportunities to be able to just stay in front of them and to get to know them and just be a part of their business. We treat it as a true partnership.
doing okay?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
Bottom of the 4th inning, just to try to recap here a little bit. Game brought to you by Beehive Rental and Sales and Info West, 2 of our 3A sponsors. Carbon has had runners on and loaded the bases in the 3rd. Oh, a shot right off the bat by Hunter Hansen into right field to quickly get another runner on base for Pineview. So a nice shot that time on the first pitch by Hansen as he just drilled it from the left side. Now Brooks Barney, back-to-back left-handers. Barney, the first baseman. We'll see what Pineview choose to do. They kind of went small ball last time and tried to bunt some people around, and it was very effective. They ended up getting 3 runs in the last inning, including 2 RBIs by Dakota Donovan. First pitch again, hit to the shortstop, double play ball, out at second and first. Just like that.
Huge play, huge play. 2
outs, just like that. Boy, beautiful play that time by Chase Morgan as he took that first pitch, and good anticipation. Really, really good turn as well by Caden Lewis to just like that to end any potential rally that Pineview attempted to produce. Blake Ents wants to get things started again. Ents, the left fielder, hit a little squibber to the pitcher last time up. Count 1-0, 2 Ents, and boy, just like that, you get a guy on first base, and all of a sudden a quick double play, heads up play by Carbon. 3-0 count. Fawcett thought that one was hitting that black edge, but did not get the call that he wanted. Now has to throw something right out of the middle, and it's a little bit high. Ents will take first base.
And Ents is saying, I'll take that.
Game brought to you by Washington City Community Center. Those in the Washington County area know that is certainly one of the fun places to go. Ball quickly thrown over to the first base to try to keep Ents alive. Try to catch him off guard. It's Cash Walker, who hit a single and scored the first run at the plate now for the second time. He takes and looks at the first called strike. Ents with about a 3-step lead. Looks like he's going and is. Hit and run. Foul ball and caught. Nice effort that time for the third out by Mitch Olson to end the rally. So that's going to take us to the top of the 5th inning. 1 runner left on base, 1 hit. And for the Carbon Dinos, when they get back up to the plate, the top of their order with Jackie Berg and Anthony McLean, Cole Fawcett. And more than ever, do they need to get something rolling here. Yeah, you had a close-up there of Dakota.
I did. I don't know what just happened there. He's hoping that doesn't happen when someone's on base.
He's not laughing. They better check for a spitter.
I know.
Ball just threw right out of his hand.
I know.
Donovan, who threw a 1-hitter last time. Carbon has a couple. They have 4 hits off of him so far.
They do. And I think, how good is it for Carbon right now that they're at the top of their lineup? They're behind, but this is the time that they can come in and kind of come from behind.
Well, they've got to do it. I mean, this is their chance. Winners of 6 in a row coming into this game. Again, I mean, again, at that point in time, you know, a 6-12 record, so it wasn't something they were really dominating on, but boy, they got hot at the right time, and a couple of big wins last weekend.
You beat a good Park City team. You feel confident coming in, you would assume.
Had the bats rolling, and they've had their opportunities today. There's no question about it. They've left 5 runners on base in the last 2 innings.
And against a team like Pineview, you can't afford that. You have to bring everybody home when you can.
2-0 count. Berg has been hit by a pitch last time up and grounded out to the shortstop to start off the game. Out to pitch in for a strike. Now 2-1. Curveball fouled off. 2-2 the count on Berg. Top of the 5th inning for the Dinos. McLean on deck, trying to get a feel for what this fastball, again, Dakota Donovan can throw it near 90 miles an hour. I'm not sure if he quite has that today, but inside pitch, caught swinging, and just like that, out one. I think, boy, it looked like that could have even hit him, but that'll be a first out this time for Carbon. Now Anthony McLean, then Fawcett, then Lewis in the hole. McLean grounded out to the second baseman the first time up and involved in a sacrifice on the second time. He swings and missed for strike 1. Nice curveball that time by Donovan. Doesn't get the call, but this time does. Now 1-2.
Pretty wide right there.
Wide that shot a little bit there, I think. There you go. 2-2 the count. 3-0 lead. Pineview with 3 runs in the 3rd inning. 2 hopper to the shortstop. He can't hold on to it. Just got under his glove was from Johnson, and that will get McLean on first base. That brings up the pitcher Cole Fawcett again, their best slugger on the season. Both teams will advance to play tomorrow, as they both come into this round undefeated. And throw to first, and they nail McLean. Donovan threw about an 82-mile-an-hour fastball to first base, and a perfect throw right at the corner of the base, and it caught to McLean looking for out number 2. Now Fawcett's got to try to generate something himself. Another nice curveball. Now Fawcett's down 0-2, and just like that, boy, get a runner on base, and you want to get something going, and all of a sudden you have 2 outs and not much to look forward to. Beautiful shot, hits the second base bag, but that will be enough for Fawcett's first hit of the game. A big 2-out hit. He wasn't worried about what Donovan was throwing to him. He just did what he needed to do and got on base. Brings up Caden Lewis. Caught looking the first time up and then hit a shot to the shortstop a second time up. So he's 0-2 for the day.
Cedar High School looking on, waiting for their game to come up next.
Following this game tonight, today's Cedar and Bear River. Bear River with that is about the longest drive you can make in the state of Utah for a game, and they are familiar with coming down and foul out of play for Lewis. One and one the count. We'll get that accurate on there. Runner on first base is Fawcett. 2 outs. Donovan. Little squibber right past the second baseman. Now, wasn't pretty, but it sure counts on that. And just like that, runners once again.
I feel like we've seen this before.
3 innings in a row. Carbon has had at least 2 runners on base, including a bases loaded, but they have yet to be able to produce any runs. We'll see if Lowe can make a difference here. He is 2 for 2 on the evening, or on the day so far. 2 singles. He takes a shot, and it looks like it's going to stay fair. Donovan scoops it up, throws it to the first baseman for the 3rd out. So once again, 2 runners left on base, and that has been the MO so far for Carbon, as they have now left 8 runners on base. As we will move to the bottom of the 5th inning. And we'll be back right after.
Our game today is sponsored by Dr. Robert Prince. Dr. Prince is the orthodontist that gives your high school something to really smile about. His office is located at 754 South Main Street in St. George. Call Dr. Prince for a free consultation and find out how easy and affordable it is to straighten your smile.
We're back on. In 3A baseball, state playoffs, the 11 o'clock game, you can see Carbon versus the Pineview Panthers, brought to you today by InfoWest, the internet people. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. And Pineview comes back with the top of their order. Tyler Johnson, the shortstop. Tyler is 2 for 2, and he has scored a run. One of the 3 runs for Pineview. He hits an easy hopper back to the pitcher, and for the easy first out that time by Johnson. Nice pitch that time by Fawcett to record an easy out for the Dinos. Logan Lafena, 2 singles today for the second baseman. He has also scored a run off of the Donovan 2-run RBI. He hits a little looper to the shortstop, who can't hold on to it. So he will reach first base on an error.
Smart decision to go back. He was thinking about going to second, saw where the ball was, and decided to stay put at first.
Yeah, not sure exactly where the ball was, so thought he'd take advantage of that. So he's been on base all 3 times today and setting up things for Connor Clark, the center fielder. Clark got on the first time on an error and then struck out his second time up. Again, very open stance, ball 1. Pretty nice crowd today at Dixie State University. A little bit cloudy conditions as they look to try to get Logan looking as Fawcett throws it back to first base. Wind blowing in to home plate. Called strike, now 1-1. Logan tries to steal second base, and he is going to make it. Second baseman put the tag on, but didn't have the ball. Two-one count. Shot to the third baseman, looks him back, throws him out. Nice play that time. Logan Lafina does not advance. And now you have Harrison Goebel. Fairly quiet day for the designated hitter. Struck out the first time up and then they hit it back to the pitcher on his second time. Oh, we have a pinch hitter.
Yes.
So we will look that up. That is 7. That's Jackson Bithell, junior, stepping in. In the designated hitter spot. Now it's 0-2. 2 quick strikes on to Bithell. Runner at second base, 2 outs. Pineview scoring all of their runs in 1 inning. Bithell fouls that off. Hear that wind in our microphones today. It's threatening rain, but we've got faith that it's not going to rain. And Bithell is caught swinging for the third out. So Pineview scores no runs on no hits, 1 runner left on. And now the top of the 6th inning. Carbon is down to 6 outs of making things happen here. So coming up for the Dinos, Jared Lesser, their number 5 batter, and then Mitch Olson, Chase Morgan. Donovan continues to pitch to be on the hill for Pineview. I'd have to say, Julia, probably game has gone as expected. Pineview, the number 1 team in the state, and has looked solid, has not made any major mistakes, and has gotten out of a lot of jams today.
They really have, and I think that they've they've gotten lucky by how Carvin has been playing. Carvin has gotten these guys out on the bases but have not been able to bring anyone home. And this is the game. You have to bring people to home to get scores. So I think that Pineview has done a really good job, and I think this is exactly what we expected to see.
Yeah, they've done, again, it's not, Carvin's had their opportunities. They can't walk away from this game saying that Donovan had just shut us out here, because they've had multiple runners on. 7 in the last 3 innings alone, and have still come up with no runs. So Jared Lesser, the designated hitter, leads things off in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch outside and in the dirt. Planet Fitness, one of our sponsors, 7 locations throughout Utah. Two and 1 the count. Lesser looking for fastball, got change up, couldn't come around on that one. Two bouncer, third baseman, and Lesser is put away. For the first out here in the top of the 6th inning. Mitch Olson next in line to face Dakota Donovan. Boy, a shot to the shortstop, and a liner right there. Nice play that time by Tyler Johnson, and he had to make a decision whether to let it bounce or whether to go for it. He went for it, and it was a great play by Johnson for the second out.
Hey, what, Sports Center Top 10? High school edition?
Maybe. Good, but yeah.
Oh.
Donovan hits Morgan.
That was a good play by Morgan to kind of lean in a little bit more.
Morgan has been on base. That's the first time that he'll be on base today. Second or third player, though, that Donovan has hit today.
It's the third.
Two outs. As Trey Richardson comes to the plate, he has had a solid game today. Single, and he got to third, and a strikeout his last time at bat. Called strike. Chase Morgan at first. Richardson cannot keep up with that. That is the third strike. I was one down on that, and that will retire the side there. So boy, that high heater there by Donovan took advantage of that. So we'll go take a quick break. Again, our score going into the bottom of the 6th inning, Pineview 3. And
we love purchase business in our office. This is, in our branch, this is what we strive to do, is we want to be number one in purchases. And we recognize that realtors, builders, affinity partners, they play a large role and a key role in making us successful. So we try to do everything we can to be able to deliver on our promises, to create events or opportunities to be able to just stay in front of them and to get to know them and just be a part of their business. We treat it as a true partnership.
Banner at the top here right now. Snow College, one of the top colleges in all of the United States for junior college. They've done a lot of good things. Dakota Donovan leading things off. A shot to the shortstop, and the ball is dropped. That is going to put Donovan at first base.
It's not exactly what you want if you're Carbon. Someone like Donovan, you want to get out as fast as you can.
Donovan with 2 RBIs his last time up. Now Hunter Hansen. Hansen 1 for 2 on the day.
Afternoon.
What am I talking about here? How many times have we said that? Too many. $3-0 lead. Courtesy of 2 RBIs by the man on first base today, Hunter Hansen, left-handed hitter. Hansen looks to bunt, but can't get it. They try to get him off at first base. Also close play, but he doesn't get him.
Looks like his hand was there, but
got just under the mitt, and that's all you need to do. Looks like they even potentially had a little hit and run going on there. Now Hansen swings and misses, fouls it off. Now 1-2.
Picking up for us there.
It is coming in a little bit. Hansen fouls it off outside the left field side into the Dixie State softball field area.
With the wind, it makes you wonder, since we're up so high, is it windier up here for us as it is down there? It kind of...
Yeah, it's a good question as to how much that is impacting.
But you look at the
field.
You look at the trees though, and
Hansen with a shot down third base, just down the left field line, and that is going to drop in for a single. Nice, a nice shot that time by Hansen. Really nice hit. So runners at first and second, no outs for Barney. Again, another back-to-back left-handed hitter for the Panthers. He struck out the first time and then fell into a double play last time up. Sterling is a speed-up runner for Hunter Hansen, who is the catcher. So they're going to let him get the tools back on and let Sterling be running in his place. Carbon takes the time out to maybe talk about strategy here. We'll see. I haven't seen any other players warming up for Carbon to possibly pitch. So beautiful field at Brucehurst field, named after maybe the best player in southern Utah, and many remember his great success in the major leagues. St. George native. First and second, no outs for Pineview in the bottom of the 6th inning. Potentially their last time up. Barney looks for a bunt, gets it down, but not a good bunt as it gets right back to the pitcher. And beautiful play by Fawcett as he's able to get the lead runner out. Which was a speed up runner, for Donovan. So Barney gets on a fielder's choice, but that is the first out. Sterling advances to second, so still runners on first and second, 1 out. Blake Ince, the batter, he hit a little blooper to the first baseman. This time just a straight shot out to center field, and that's going to be enough to score 1 run. So RBI for Blake Ince. Scoring the person in Hansen's position. Barney advances to third base. So again, it will be runners on first and third. Pineview now has extended the lead to 4-0. And Cash Walker, single, scored a run, and had a pretty good game so far from his right field spot. Looks at a called for strike. Second, high hopper, avoids the double play ball, and boy, that's the second time his speed has gotten him in. And now this time scores a run as well.
I would dare say one of the faster guys on the team.
So that will be an RBI. And boy, that's just flat out speed. Now giving Pineview a 5-0 edge with runners on first and second. Boy, Walker can just fly. He just flat out has wheels. That's the second ball that he has beat out, and that one just a high hopper, and that's all he needed to get down there in time. Not only did it avoid a double play because the shortstop was right next to second base, but high enough that Walker was able to easily beat it out. So top of the lineup now, Johnson. His 4th time up. He hits a shot to center field. That will be the 2nd out. Runners stay put. Logan Lafemia. I'm trying to decide how to pronounce his name all game. Lafemina.
I think it changes every time.
It changes for me.
Even the in-field announcer changes it up every time.
He's 2 for 3 today, 2 singles, and but got on all 3 times. The error on his 3rd time up, so his 4th time up today. Boy, he's done the job from his number 2 spot. One and one the count. 2 men on. Pineview has scored 2 runs this inning. And it looked like it hit his bat. Did not hit Lafemia, but hit his bat, so foul ball, 1 and 2. Got out just a little looper, and it is going to fall in place. 1 run will score. Boy, what a game he has had today. He has been on base all 4 times. 3 singles and on an error, scored 1 run, and now an RBI. Bringing in Entz and putting Walker at third base. Maybe a little bit too much for the Dinos here, as Pineview has scored 6 runs. We'll see now if they possibly do pitch someone else in that 7th inning, or if they let Donovan go the distance on that. Connor Clark, the center fielder.
Well, and if you're Carvin, what can you do right now? You know, Pineview seems unstoppable. Carvin held them really well at the beginning, but now Pineview is they're doing what Pineview does.
Pineview is an awfully good team. I mean, they have a lot of depth. They are very good. Watched them practice the other day, and I tell you, I haven't been to a baseball practice that so many things were happening at once. Great precision, great quickness. Things were in and out. People knew what they were doing. It was a well-oiled machine. It was a very effective practice, and there was great enthusiasm at that practice. They are anxious to be here, and you know, they'd like to get another title. They again took the 3A basketball championship this year, and would like to add one here before they close out the school year. Two and 1 the count to Clark, number 3 hitter. He got on the first time on an error, struck out the second time, and then to hit into the shortstop so he's 0 for 2 today. Runners first and third, 2 outs, 3-1 count. Got to the third baseman. Tough throw, as that is going to score Walker. And coming around third base is Lafemia, and he scores. So this game has broken wide open. 2 more runs for the Panthers. Now making it look easy. Just a tough long throw from third base, and not able to be scooped up by the first baseman, and now it's getting silly. Connor Clark, the third, hitting third in the lineup. He is been on base once on an error, and struck out and hit to the shortstop for his game here. Excuse me, that's not Clark. We've got again a change of players here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs. Taylor Tagan in the lineup. He will be batting in the designated hitter spot. Tagan, a senior. Runner on third base. We'll just kind of recap. It's been a big inning for the Panthers. The Dinos maybe just run out a little bit of gas right here. 5 runs for the Panthers. They've executed very well, taking advantage of a couple of Dino errors. They have 5 errors on the night so far. Pitch to Tajan. Now 1-2. Another pitcher warming up in the Panther bullpen, so we'll see what they choose to do there. When they need to step back on the field, but they have been hitting for a lengthy period of time for in this bottom of the 6th inning. Carbon still will play tomorrow, regardless of this game. Again, both teams come in the winner's bracket. Pineview, as if they do pull off this win as expected, will play at 4:30 tomorrow, and Carbon would go down and play at 11 a.m. tomorrow here. Have a little tougher. I mean, still nothing easy in the playoffs, but they have to. A couple of players as Tajan strikes out.
And they're sending out Donovan again.
So they're going to give him a chance to close things out. So 5 runs, huge effort that time. Top of the 7th coming up. And we'll be back right after these messages from Planet Fitness.
5, 6, 7, 8,
Say no to gym intimidation. Say yes to Planet Fitness. We're not a gym, we're Planet Fitness.
Your locally owned and operated Planet Fitness is a proud sponsor of our amazing high school athletic programs.
.3A baseball playoffs today, brought to you by InfoWest, the communications people. You can see we are in St. George, Utah, beautiful Bruce Hurst Field on the campus of Dixie State University. 2 innings, the Pineview Panthers have scored 8 runs. 3rd inning and then the bottom of the 6th inning where they scored 5 huge runs there, only on 9 hits today. Have taken advantage of a number of dyno errors and other issues, and hit by a pitch again. Holy tamale, that's number 4. Jackson Berg will get on first base. And Carbon will be glad to have a runner on first base. Anything they can do right now.
But like we've talked about before, it's all good if you get a runner on base, but you have to make sure they get home. That's something that Carbon has struggled with today, as well as with all the errors that they have had.
A lot in the middle innings, they've had plenty of runners on base, but still have yet to score a run. Donovan, nice foul ball over the fence, good catch. McLean, the batter, he has once today.
And Carbon started out strong. I was really impressed with them. I think that we all were kind of surprised. It was scoreless after 2 innings, and Pineview kind of answered, changed up their game a little bit, saw a lot of bunting going on, and they made it on base.
Curveball way outside. Good save by Hunter. Shot to the third baseman, going for 2. Gets the lead runner and a double play. Huge play. Now the Dinos down to 1 out. So Cole Fawcett, the last hope for Carbon in this winner's bracket for this round, and his first pitch outside for ball 1. wish to get a recording of this game and have it for your home use, it's available. Go to Skalooza.com, SKALOOZA.com, and check the email box and we can help you out if you wish to have that. 3-1 the count to Fawcett. Can't keep up with that fastball from Donovan. Now potentially down to the last pitch. And it is. But just like that, what was expected has happened. Pineview has shut out the Carbon Dinos. Final score 8 for Pineview, 0 for Carbon. Pineview will play tomorrow at 4:30, and Carbon will play at 11. So for Julia Bell, I'm Mike Butler. We'll be back for another game in just a little bit between Cedar and Bear River. Stay with us on that. We'll look forward to you on KSL.com and the DeseretNews.com. Thanks so much for joining us.